I never thought I'd play this chord or make this pause, as if I could afford not to make a hit. Ow! Ow! Oh! I never thought loving you was hard. I just wished you could have played your part. And so it ain't easy to forget. I never got quite over you yet. It's so fun. My story's just begun. And I just don't know I just don't know anything at all. Thought I'd sink this deep. I never thought that I'd still pop up and peep. It's a peep show. I never wanted to be this creep. But I tell you, honey, my illusion was so deep. That's so deep, yeah. So that's why I tell you, man, you better hang on to what you got. You may have forgotten me, but I sure have not. And that's all I got. I bet you don't know what you got. I bet you don't know what you got. Hello, thank you tubers for this effectively completely improvised little song with a certain lady in mind who has nothing to do with it, but who still was in my head. See, that's the trick, she had nothing to do with it. It's not like you made me fall in love with you. And there was nothing I could do. 'cause I seen your picture in a magazine, and one more page as I was writing, and you made me fall in love. That kind of stalker song, that kind of you made me. No. In this case, I made me. It was my conscious and conscious and subconscious, conscious and subconscious goings on. It was my own little private theater. You see, what the story is like this. I went to school, the first school day in, my, what was, be it, first real, we call it in Danish. It's like the 8th grade, and I was about 14, I think. I was 14 years old. And then the story is this. I walk through this conservative, reeking place. There's in the concrete. There are letters that say the town, and then higher. But then normal school higher. It's because these people are for hire. Anyway, so I was walking through, as you get in this is about, what Americans would call 8 yards, which is about 7.5 meters. And there's a group of people standing there, about 8 or 12. 12. And one is a woman, actually, no, she was 13. I was 14, she was 13, and she had this back that was like, a candle, like this one. And her hair was just a different thing. And I thought, who is that? So I walked around the group, trying to be inconspicuous and trying to get a glimpse of her face, but I didn't get a glimpse of her face. Then I walked into the wrong place. And so 10 minutes late, I came into the right place, the place where the room, the class where I was supposed to be. And I sat down, very, very embarrassed, as always. Yours, very embarrassed. And I look up, and there I see the teachers talking. You got very exciting teachers there. They were very conservative. Some of them were fun, and some of them were the actual opposite of fun. And looking up, and I actually, oh yeah, that would be our Danish teacher, Ole Bilgrav. No, Jørgen Bilgren. I don't know. I can't remember right now. And then I look down, and I look up again, and what is the teacher? My table. This hair. Oh, that's the hair from the straight. The girl that looked like a candle. She was just like that. And so I looked at her, and I heard that voice, and it was like Then I looked in the mirror and saw that nah, that's not gonna work. I better start playing guitar and try, to become interesting. Kiss, keep it simple, stupid. Because this is not working. So, but that voice, I forgot to say. At some point, she looked left, and she had this nose. She had a nose like no thing on this guitar, and she had a smile that went like this, not like, but like certain motherliness, or I know what this is about. I know, but it's funny, yeah, charming, very funny. But I know that kind of smile, and she had this voice. I have only once later in my life experienced falling in love with a voice. And that this is rather exciting, because some people just have in this case it was a very pretty girl, and we had a 1.5 hour talk on the telephone. I just simply fell in love with her because she went, God, man. So there's nothing special about falling in love except you get caught up. Hey, you ain't got the change of a nickel. Ain't got the bounce in my shoe. Ain't got a fancy to tickle. Ain't got nothing but the blues. Ain't got no coffee that's percolating. Ain't got no feelings to groove. I ain't got a dream that's working. Ain't got nothing but the blues. The band is romping. I just can't get around it. Nothing to it. Just can't do it. Since my little baby left town, ain't got no rest in my slumber. Ain't got no winners to lose. I lost all my telephone numbers. Ain't got nothing but the blues. The band is swinging, the folks are singing, yeah. Believe me, Bridget, I can't get with it. Since my little dream baby left my head, ain't got no house in where has just ain't got no Chris Craft to cruise. I sold all my money and Chester. Ain't got nothing but the blues. The traditional Brazilian way to end lasers is like this one. Se o bem que ele disse, o mare tu lisa é bobagem de ilusão. Eu prefiro viver tão sozinho ao som do lamento do meu violão. Doralice, o bem que ele disse, olhei sem embrulhada que por me meter. Agora, amor, Doralice, meu bem, como é que nós vamos fazer? Um belo dia você me surgiu, eu quis fugir, mas você insistiu. Alguma coisa bem que ela vai me avisando. A te parece que eu estava aliviando. Bem que não queria inventar consigo, bem que não queria enfrentar esse perigo, Doralice. Agora você tem que me dizer como é, como é, como é. Como é que nós vamos fazer? Oh, prego. J'ai dit sommelier mot 10 minuter nydeligt. Og på det område er jeg lidt en ekspert igen. Fordi hvis du afspiller det her lidt hurtigere. Vil det lyde sådan her? Du afspiller lidt hurtigere. Men what are you doing there? So, never mind. This is far between my longest period of red, white, blue, green, yellow, silver, sulfur, spulfer, bulker, brinker, and tinker. The 3 beavers of the sanity clause. You know that, don't you? Know that. Don't you know that it's all, don't you know that it is all something we tell each other? Like a story. the same with words. Because if I put to you that the world is really, every time a particle moves, it has two possibilities, and therefore there must be an infinite number of universes, because the particle isn't really anywhere out of two or possibly more places. And this derives from the idea that consciousness is a product of matter. See, if you turn it around, this particle might be an expression of some kind of will and thought, which is what I see as my consciousness is like thought. And then I can think something and say, no, I won't think that. And if I'm somebody like this, I can think something and I just can't change that. I have no willpower. So my thoughts are always taking me somewhere. Anyway, so that's my concept of thought and will. So let's say I have a conception of the existence of thought and will. So if those things are illusions and products of the physical world, that is very interesting. But how does it come about? How does it actually, I mean, it's a very plausible model, but there's, another question, different question first. I see dogs relate. Dogs have more facial muscles than cats. And I've always thought I communicate better with dogs than I do with cats. And so, cats, dogs, even mice have some kind of consciousness that makes them react to what is going on. And we see that under a microscope. Under the microscope, we see these people, all these people, very small people, they're traveling around and they're reacting to each other in this thick, very viscous thing that we call water, and they would perceive as hardening cement to those beings. But anyway, they are there and they have to react to their environment, just like I have to react. So there's some kind of consciousness. We cannot put our finger on the scale of human to stone and say, this is just like with abortion. When is a human being? It's like it's this or that. We cannot put our finger on it, and we have to face that this fuck up of living is a fuck dilemma. Pardon my French. Fuck is a short of France universelle célèbre, and the K is for Klaus Bunkart Eberhard Schnuckwert, who was very famous in that little part of France at the time when they invented the word fuck. And it was later adapted by Englishmen who didn't understand fuck. So there you have that. And you can Google this and you won't find it because it's so secret, because the whole world is a conspiracy. A conspiracy scheme. That's what it is. Thank you. This has been long enough for me, and fart you all, and bless your souls, and fuck your bodies, and never mind surviving, because if there's a point to anything, we have a soul. If there's a soul in everything, that explains everything. But what is that soul doing? Nothing at all. We are actually able to perform scientific experiments that prove that there are rules and nobody is meddling with the rules. Nobody is fucking up gravity for a minute to save a football player from missing a leg or the goal. But then again, there is the placebo effect. That is that our own soul in God's image perhaps has some effect. It's a little bit, a tiny effect, and there's always that always that possibility. There's always the possibility that consciousness is present in the universe, and that we might be the complicated amplifiers created by the universe for it to conceive and understand itself. That's the physical high level. And the spiritual high level is there is a God. He loves us so much that he just set the rules and he won't interfere, because we have got to sort this out ourselves, because it's our problem. And our decisions have consequences, and then the old pre-religious universal understanding and concept of reincarnation, which is really what it is. Check out the twins, the Danish twin researchers. What do you call anthropologists. Check them out. Hear what they say. They have many things to say that are interesting and they make sense. Check out Dean Radin, as one would spell it if one wasn't fucked up by the English metabolism of vowels, as in broth, youth, thought, through all that. Yeah, never mind that. Thank you. My name is Watticon Pettylism. And I took that name to irritate you.